A failed lawsuit can be a tough blow, but let's stop blaming the royal family for Harry's inappropriate actions. Hello friends, welcome to the King YouTube channel where we aim to bring you the latest royal updates. According to a royal expert, many people dislike Harry and Meghan because Harry's book doesn't do justice to the monarchy. It twists the truth to paint the royal family as the villains while portraying Harry and Meghan as the heroes. The reality is Harry and Meghan chose to leave the royal family because they wanted something different, especially Meghan. When they didn't get what they wanted, they decided to leave and move to the US thinking their royal status would open doors for them. They failed to realize that titles like Duke and being royals don't hold the same weight in the US. They also managed to anger many citizens of the UK when they started spreading lies about how Meghan Markle was mistreated by the royals. The truth is, she was treated no differently than her sister-in-law, Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge. But Catherine was ready to adapt and fit into her role without expecting any special treatment. Meghan, on the other hand, thought that as a successful American actress, she deserved special treatment. She couldn't accept that Catherine ranked higher than her in the royal hierarchy. In my opinion, the only clear thing from Harry's book is that he's stuck in a state of arrested development. He didn't contribute anything except complaining about things that all siblings go through. Harry is supposed to be a grown man, yet he's complaining about trivial things like not getting the last sausage at breakfast or having to stay in a smaller bedroom at a literal castle. He's also been backtracking on many things he wrote in his book, like stories about his drug use and the age of the woman he lost his virginity to. It's incredibly petty. And why did he have to make that comment about William losing his hair? Honestly, it seems like there are no mirrors in that Montecito McMansion because if you look at William and then at Harry, at least William takes care of his appearance. He always looks tidy, while Harry often looks disheveled like he just rolled out of bed. And what's with that fuzzy patch on his head? I assume it's hair plugs, but it looks like they took them from somewhere else. He's incredibly self-absorbed. Harry acts as if he's the only one who's ever lost a parent as a child. Yes, his loss was very public, but so was William's. I sympathize with him for that, but he needs to start behaving like an adult. He can't keep blaming everyone else for his problems. He also needs to realize that he's part of a monarchy, not a government. He can't demand that the media hand over all their photos to him or insist on knowing the name of someone who made a decision he didn't like. And even if he did get the name, what would he do? Sue them or worse? Maybe the truth is the royals' power lies in their charitable work, bringing attention and donations to important causes. Harry acts like he has some kind of real power even here in the US. It's ridiculous. There was absolutely no reason for him to write a book filled with contradictions. He should have just sought therapy instead. Throwing his family under the bus in such a public way is crass and unforgivable, especially considering that this is the same family who covered up Harry's serious crimes for years. Despite being a board member of an African charity whose officers are accused of heinous crimes against Native people, Harry has remained completely silent. And I suppose the reason he's staying silent is because Harry himself is guilty of some of the same crimes. It's been reported that he's been brutal to some sex workers and other people he's had casual encounters with. The abuse was allegedly severe, with some victims ending up hospitalized and one person even left with a permanent disability. It's said that the royal family had to settle several seven-figure lawsuits to cover up Harry's sadistic behavior. Most of these cases reportedly occurred in Europe, but there's also one involving BetterUp, where Harry apparently mistreated guests during corporate events. I hope Charles doesn't come to his rescue this time. It's time for Harry to face the consequences of his actions. Many of his crimes are now being exposed. Harry was dishonorably discharged from the military for various offenses, including sexual assault, battery, lying, cheating, drug and alcohol abuse, insubordination, and animal cruelty, among other alarming behaviors. Despite cheating and making others do his schoolwork, Harry never managed to pass the pilot's exam, so he's not a pilot. He only got through high school by cheating, and his entry into Sandhurst and the military was thanks to his family connections. Additionally, he never saw active combat. Instead, he spent his time in the bunker playing video games, earning him the nickname Bunker Harry. While he may confess to some of this in his spare time, it's all just a fantasy. Unfortunately, Harry's criminal behavior is the main reason he's seeking IP status and has filed a lawsuit against the UK government. It's true that Harry and Meghan want to feel important and have constant security like William and Catherine's family, but most importantly, Harry is seeking reinstatement of his former status to avoid facing multiple criminal charges. That's why he keeps suing for reinstatement, despite being informed by lawyers of what he would lose by leaving the monarchy. I just hope that Harry can be charged and held accountable for his actions. If it's true that he and Meghan committed these crimes, they deserve to face consequences. Betraying their own family in such a manner is despicable and evil. Family betrayal is one of the worst kinds of betrayal. Furthermore, Harry and Meghan used the British people to fund a worldwide wedding where they didn't contribute anything themselves. And then they decided they were done with the UK because they didn't enjoy being working royals. Anyway, I believe Harry already had some negativity within him before Meghan Markle came into the picture. She might have encouraged it in him, honestly. Sometimes I think Harry's even worse than Meghan. Wherever those poor kids are, I hope they're not living with Harry and Meghan. If they are, I feel sorry for them. But I can't really sympathize with Harry or Meghan. I think they're well suited for each other, and there are a couple of reasons they're going to ruin each other. Firstly, much of what Harry wrote in his book was exaggerated or completely fabricated. Secondly, airing his grievances in public, hoping to make money off of it, just showed him to be a spoiled brat. Look, I didn't have the happiest of childhoods either. I'll never honor my deceased grandmother, for example. She was really cruel and abusive towards me. We all have our opinions and feelings, and we have every right to express them. If Harry genuinely believes his life in the royal family was awful, he should have the right to say so. The future looks bleak for Harry and Meghan. They splurge on their lavish lifestyle, relying on grifting and freeloading whenever they can. Their expenses on security, wardrobe, and personal care far outweigh their income. They've exhausted the theme of throwing the royal family under the bus, and people are tired of it. Unfortunately, they don't have much else to offer. Harry may struggle with real emotional issues, while Meghan sees herself as an intellectual beauty with profound thoughts to share. But in reality, they lack substance. Now, they're unable to generate the income needed to sustain their lifestyle. Neither has real experience or talent, and they lack savvy in managing their affairs. They're both lazy, and that's just one of their many problems. It's hard to pinpoint their biggest issue because there are so many. The future doesn't look promising for them. Returning to the royal family is out of the question, especially since they've made it clear they despise the royals. It's unlikely the king will bail them out. As for my opinion, I believe they've created their own mess and will have to deal with the consequences. If you found my video helpful, feel free to share it with others who might enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe to the King YouTube channel for more updates in the future. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. See you tonight.